So hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. So today we take on Carlisle United at home. A lot has changed since my last vlog. A couple of weeks ago now, obviously I was unfortunate enough to miss Grimsby at the weekend. It's one of the very few games over the course of the season that I will be missing. And then we had Plymouth in midweek, which couldn't go to either. So I watched the stream on that. We won 4-0 at Grimsby and we lost 4-0 at Plymouth. So swings and roundabouts, what's done is done now. I can't be bothered to talk about it too much because there's a lot to talk about. I think we should start on the main fact that we've got a new manager in Carl Fletcher on an 18-month contract. And upon his arrival, I was quite, I'd say, underwhelmed. A manager that's been out of work as a manager for almost 7 years, somebody that only has a win ratio of 24% in his short spell at Plymouth. And then obviously lost 4-0 on his first game in charge. Obviously he hasn't really had much time before that game, so today is sort of his first proper game in charge where he's got time. He's had time with the players this week to get to know everybody, and we need a massive reaction from Tuesday, a bounce back, which I think we'll get. I feel a little bit confident coming in today. Carlisle have lost 4 consecutive games, but they obviously need to turn their run of form around as well, and very quickly, because their manager is under pressure. But I have a good feeling. I feel like it's his first home game in charge. Maybe the fact that we got hammering in midweek in his first game could be a blessing in disguise, because the players are going to get a reaction hopefully now, and we'll see a much better display with hopefully 3 points at the end of it. But I'm obviously not underestimating Carlisle, because listen, every team's dangerous in this league. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, so you've still got to be wary. But injury and suspension wise for us, Connor Wilkinson serves his last game suspended. James Leyton has started the last 2 games after being out for a long time, and that's really it. Joby McAnuff still doesn't look like he's going to return to fitness. Actually, Jamie Turley was on the bench against Plymouth midweek, which was good to see him back because he hasn't featured since the FA Trophy final in May. So he might be in the matchday squad today, I'd have thought. But other than that, there's nothing really to touch upon based on the squad. My prediction today, I'm going to go for, I think it's going to be goal today. I'm going to go for 3-1 Orient. I just feel like if we get the first goal, I think we might score a few more. But listen, let's not underrate Carlisle at all. Let's get down to Brisbane Road.
Is he dead?
No, not yet.
Carlisle opted to shoot this way second half, which doesn't normally happen. It's very frustrating. So I much prefer seeing us come down this way second half. Oh, penalty here. I'm not feeling too confident.
Joshy, right.
Go on, Josh.
Go on, Josh.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah! 6 goals. 2 penalties.
Go on, Mark. Unlucky. Oh. Unlucky. Go on. time, 1-0. Played really well, like the high pressing, I think, but they look really poor side. That I'm disappointed that we've not managed to find that killer goal. I think 2-0, I think that'll be it. 1-0, they've obviously got a chance, and all they need is a lucky break, set piece, corner, whatever, and they're back in the game. So it's a little bit disappointing, and obviously more annoying that we're not shooting this in the second half. So hopefully that we kind of notch in front early on, and then I think that'll kill the tide, because they've just shown absolutely nothing. They're the worst team I've seen for a long time. So if we don't win this game, we're sort of the master of our own downfall, really. But hopefully we'll just get another early goal in the second half and just put it to bed. Come on, boys. Danger, as I said at half time. That 1-0, all it takes is a set piece, and literally it's come from a free kick. Scrappy defending, awful defending. They've done absolutely nothing. Maguire Drew coming on for Leyton. Yeah, it's a decent sub. A very shocking second half performance. That's why I haven't shown you much. We're near the end of the game now. Corner, trying to find the winner. Shocking. I don't even know where that come from either, but come on, boys. Go on. Why is he trying to over-kick it for? Full time 1-1. Shocking result in the end. Shocking second half performance. And spineless.
As you guys can now see, I'm back from the game. Yeah, very frustrated, very disappointed. I think the first sort of thing to touch up on really is how good we were in the first half. One of the best, if not the best, half of football we've played all season. So I said at half time I was disappointed in a way with it, the fact that we didn't kill the tie off there and then and get the second goal. I felt like if we had have got a second goal at half time, I really feel like the way the game was going, if we'd have got that second goal, it would have only gone one way, and that would have been us to go on and get more and get a comfortable 3 points. And I knew at half time it was the worst thing for us. It literally killed the momentum dead flat. We were playing so well, the high press was working, it was forcing them into mistakes, and we were doing well at that. And Brophy won us the penalty. He goes down too easy, and I think he knows that. But I think that's his little bit of trickery, and it's as a fan, somebody that's on your team doing that, yeah, it's good to see, because obviously sometimes you get reward from it. I haven't watched the penalty incident back, so I don't know. But he did dive earlier on in the box, and he's a little bit renowned for it. So, I think he does need to cut that out of his game. If he stays on his feet, he'll be a better player. But the second one, I feel like it was 50-50. Some rest, give it, some rest, don't. The fact that we didn't get one, literally just moments before, probably was the resulting factor in us getting that one, moments later. So, Josh Wright steps up from the spot. Cooley takes it, sends the keeper the wrong way, as you can see. And that's his 6th goal of the season, and I think that's massive, really. A midfield player, centre midfield player, 6 goals already this season is pretty, a very good return, to be honest. He's somebody I think that we've really missed. He's a real leader on the pitch as well. When you watch him, he's always trying to get the team going. I think the only real one, the motivator in the team. And it is the true saying, it goes that you don't need to wear the captain's armband to be the captain and be a leader. And Josh Wright has that in abundance, which is a massive quality to have on the pitch while Joby's out. And a goal scoring midfielder is not what we had last season. We didn't really cry out for one, but I think in our team now we need that, and his goals have been really important for us this season. And I think if he carries on the way he's going, there's no reason why he won't get 10-15 goals this season from centre midfield, which would be a ridiculous return. But yeah, I thought first half we were magnificent. My only sort of criticism of us is that we didn't get that second goal. Carlisle changed at half time. They brought on an offensive player, was more positive, as you'd expect them to be. They're under a lot of pressure, the manager, and he's obviously got into them at half time and then made a positive substitution, and Carl Fletcher didn't really adapt to it. He didn't do anything about it, and unfortunately they came firing out the blocks, and we were really so much of a contrast to what we were in the first half. It was an unrecognisable team that were on the pitch in the second half to the first half. And yeah, we did have a few chances in the second half, but did we deserve to go on and get in front or get a second goal? No, no, we didn't. That's the simple answer here, really. But did Carlisle do enough to get a point? Maybe. I still feel like we edged the game, and on the balance of play, I think we should have come away with 3 points. But we're the master of our own downfalls, really, because every week you see it, it's that kind of goal. It's just another stupid, sloppy goal in the box. Put the ball across our back line at the 6-yard box, and straight away there's panic, and they don't know how to deal with it. And that's literally, how many times have we said it? How many times have I sat here and told you about that? Because it needs to be stamped out. That's what's happening. It's happening way too easily. It's been way too soft. Hopefully Fletcher can stamp that out. Listen, I'm not Fletcher's biggest fan. I still feel very underwhelmed at the appointment of him. And I don't think he'll be the man to take us forward, to be honest. And I don't think he'll be here longer than the season. That's slightly a negative approach to it. I just don't see it working. He came out after the game and said a point's a good result. Blamed it on the fatigue of the players, which, yeah, I get that. We've travelled Grimsby, Plymouth midweek in the space of a few days. That's a lot of miles to cover. But you're professional footballers, that's part and parcel of your job. So I think that's probably a bit of a unfair statement to make, that it's on fatigue. I think he should admit that he got it wrong in the second half. First half, yeah, it's brilliant if you play like that all season. He'll be well happy, but play like we did in the second half, we'll be really struggling. So I really hope it turns good for him. Don't get me wrong, I really want him to succeed. I really want us to succeed. But after seeing the game on Tuesday night away at Plymouth, and also, looking at his CV, doesn't fill you with much optimism, does it? So, we've got a trip away next week to Morecambe, where, they're the bottom team. They lost to Stevenage today, and if we don't win that, that's a 6-pointer, really. So if you don't win that, then Fletcher's going to be under some real pressure. A lot of fans already saying today on social media that he's not really winning anyone over. He came out and said it was a good point, and he'll take the point. And a lot of our fans don't like that, because obviously we turn up and so, show a lot of support and in good numbers and get behind the team, and to be let down today in the second half is disappointing. It's 1 point from his first 2 games. It's not great. And we need to beat Morecambe on Saturday, and that's enough said, really. I will be at that game, so yeah, stay tuned for that vlog. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you away at Morecambe next week. Up the O's.